New tonight, after years of tension between police and city, Ridgetop finally has a new mayor. Clayton Bollinger secured 64% of the vote to beat opponent Dennis Wade, who had 35%. Bollinger says that he really wants to unite the community and also bring back the police department. Right now, Fox 17 News' Kathleen Suri is joining us to explain more about what plans he has in mind. Kathleen.
Well, right now, Bollinger is referring to this time as a renaissance for the city of Ridgetop, putting the controversy of the past behind them and turning over a new leaf. Today, I talked to him about his plan for the future, and I also went to current city leadership to get their reaction about his proposed changes. It's been a tense couple of years in Ridgetop. Current Mayor Tony Reasoner accused of running an illegal ticket quota, community members saying they weren't allowed to speak at public meetings, and of course the disbanding of the police department last summer, leading to a lot of public safety concerns. All big sore spots in this small Robertson County town. With new leadership coming, I started by calling the city to talk with the current mayor. We were wondering if we could get an on-camera interview with Tony Reasoner. According to their answering machine, city offices are closed on Wednesday. We also went to City Hall, which was locked. Mayor-elect Clayton Bollinger says it's time to look forward and bring Ridgetop back together.
You know, the people have been heard, and we can use this as a time of reunification and renaissance for the city of Ridgetop.
Arguably, Bollinger's biggest task will be reaching his goal of bringing back the police department. Right now, they have a contract with the Robertson County Sheriff's Department to give them 80 hours of coverage a week. But Bollinger says a recent series of car break-ins and thefts shows the city needs more support.
That's what the citizens were crying out for. It's like, we want our community supported in the manner it was supported before. And we want to eventually get them back to that 365, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that we had here before.
Bollinger says it's going to start with a hard look at the budget once he's sworn in. As far as a timeline,
I'd like to say as soon as possible, but it's as soon as practical.
He doesn't want to raise property taxes, instead relying on smart money management, maybe even fundraising and possibly grants. Bollinger says he'll be sworn in later this month. Now, as Fox 17 News has been doing for the last several years, we're going to stay on top of this story and bring you any new developments as they happen.
Tonight in The Price of Freedom, we have something that you just have to see. Look at this photo here. This here is Jack Murphy, and it's incredible. He went to vote yesterday in Cleveland in his dress blues. People stopped what they were doing to come up and shake Mr. Murphy's hand. In some pictures you can see a 1st Marine Division patch there on his shoulder. If you've seen the mini-series The Pacific, a major storyline there, the 1st Marines fighting across the Pacific theater of World War II. Well, Jack Murphy, he was there, fighting in the Battle of Peleliu and the Battle of Okinawa. We talked to him in 2018 in The Price of Freedom about fighting in World War II.
Don't ever leave you. I can remember just vaguely, just like yesterday.
He was 92 then, he's 94 now. His story is amazing. You can see the 2-part story we did on the Price of Freedom page on our website. We were told yesterday he cast his first vote ever in a U.S. election for Franklin D. Roosevelt. The photos we showed you, they were sent to us by Tammy Rockwell.
New tonight, Fox 17 News looking into why the mayor of Maury County refuses to issue a mask mandate despite a spike in area cases and hospital capacity locally in a dangerous position. For weeks, our reporters have requested interviews with the mayor, Andy Ogles. Our calls, our emails have gone unreturned. Fox 17 News' Kathleen Jacob tonight shows us why this is such an issue in Maury County.
Hi, this is Kathleen Jacob with Fox.
That was a call last week to Mayor Andy Ogles' office after this interview with Maury County Regional Medical Group.
With such increased numbers throughout our communities, it affects us just like it would anybody else, and that we have community exposures, and it does affect our ability to be here, be present, and be healthy.
With the hospital nearing ICU capacity, we also emailed the mayor trying to find out if he'd heeded Governor Lee's warning to at-risk counties and mandated masks. He still hasn't responded. Then there was this story from October 9th, where we reached out to him in regards to schools having to quarantine students and numbers rising in the area. Once again, not a peep from the mayor. In fact, the last we could find where he did answer some of our questions was on August 25th, right before Maury County held a fair that brought in thousands of people with no masks required.
I am 100% convicted in not issuing a mandate. I don't believe that, as written, that it's constitutional, and I took an oath to uphold the law.
Once again today, Fox 17 reached back out to Mayor Ogles ahead of a state testing site being set up in the area this coming weekend. We asked for an interview, but said we'd even settle for a statement that addresses if Governor Lee has asked him to mandate masks and if he's considering it. Yet again, our attempts to hold him accountable for the safety of the people of Maury County have gone ignored. Fighting for transparency as we navigate this crisis.